Hello everyone, this is Sam from Language Atlas, and in this video I would like to show you the French B2 vocabulary Anki deck. In this video we will go over three things. First, I would like to show you the course structure of the French B2 vocabulary Anki deck. Second, I would like to show you the course content, and I will do so by looking at three Anki decks within the overall French B2 vocabulary Anki deck. And third, I would like to show you some brief editing options. So let's get started with the first point, which is to show you course structure. Now, normally you would double click on Anki deck to open it. However, I've already done so, as you can see right over here. There are 8 chapters inside the French B2 vocabulary Anki deck: pronouns, conjunctions, verbs, nouns, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, and determiners. Now I will click on chapter 4 nouns, and you can see that there's a little plus icon in front of it. If we click on that, we can see that there are 19 subjects inside it. They range from academia and intellect, animals, arts and entertainment, all the way to time, maths and numbers, and transportation. Now what I've done is that I have taken a look at all the nouns in chapter 4 nouns, and I've categorized them on theme. So if you wish to learn more about animals, you can do so. If you wish to learn more about electronics and technology, you can do so. Materials and substances, nature and environment, society and economy, whatever you wish to do so, you can. So that was my first point, to show you the course structure. Now I'd like to go to my second point, which is to show you the course content. And we'll look at 3 Anki decks. Chapter 4 nouns, home. Chapter 5, adjectives. And chapter 3, verbs. So I do not have enough time to show you all 8 chapters, but I do believe that by having a look at these 3 Anki decks, you will already have a good overview of what to expect. So, home, study now. And what do we see here? We see that we have an English sentence. We see that there are 2 blank areas, 2 underscores. It is our job to know what goes inside the blank areas. Underneath that, we have the English translation of the French sentence, and a certain part is bolded and underlined, A envelope. And it's our job to know what A envelope is in French. We have this part over here, which is a picture. And this picture is a visual representation of the French sentence. And this is here so you can better understand the French sentence, but also to create an association with it, a link in your mind. Many studies have shown that if you have such a thing, it will help you a lot when it comes to learning the language and memorization. So, how do you say an envelope in French?
Le bulletin de vote doit être placé dans une enveloppe vierge. L'enveloppe, une enveloppe. Les enveloppes, des enveloppes.
Great. So, let's have a look at this area over here. We see that we have the French sentence. However, a certain part is in pink. Why is that? French is a gendered language. It has either masculine or feminine nouns. All masculine nouns are shown in blue, and all feminine nouns are shown in pink. We see that this is in pink, hence it is a feminine noun. And this will really help you memorize the gender of nouns, which is incredibly important in French. We have, underneath the French sentence, we have an IPA notation of the French sentence. And this is here so you can better pronounce the French sentence. Underneath that, we have the English translation of the French sentence. And over here, we have the audio of the French sentence.
Le bulletin de vote doit être placé dans une enveloppe vierge.
And of course, if you click on it, you can hear it. We have over here the singular noun, both in its definite form and in its indefinite form. We have the IPA notation, and we have the English translation. If you click on this, we can hear the audio.
L'enveloppe, une enveloppe.
Underneath that, we have the plural form. Over here, IPA notation, and an English translation, and finally, audio.
Les enveloppes, des enveloppes.
Great. So, sentence area, singular noun, plural noun area. Let's do another one. The average household consists of a couple and 1 or 2 children. How do you say the household?
Le ménage moyen se compose d'un couple et d'un ou 2 enfants. Le ménage, un ménage. Les ménages, des ménages.
So right over here, we already see something interesting. The setup is the same, sentence, singular noun, plural noun. However, right over here, le ménage, it's in blue. Why? Because it's a masculine noun. And as I mentioned before, masculine nouns are shown in blue, feminine nouns are shown in pink. Let's do another one. The dinner was lit by a red candle in the middle of the table. How do you say a candle?
Le dîner était éclairé par une bougie rouge posée au milieu de la table. La bougie, une bougie. Les bougies, des bougies.
Great. Let's do one more. The school kit should contain pencils, an eraser, pens, and a ruler. How do you say the kit?
La trousse de l'écolier doit contenir des crayons, une gomme, des stylos et une règle. La trousse, une trousse. Les trousses, des trousses.
And you see the same thing. Sentence area, singular noun area, plural noun area. Let's do one more. The tap is leaking due to a worn seal. How do you say the tap?
Le robinet fuit à cause d'un joint usé. Le robinet, un robinet. Les robinets, des robinets.
So, up until now, we have seen a sentence with a blank area. And it was our job to know what goes inside the blank area. The second card type is a typing exercise. So we've seen this one before. Now we have to test whether we can spell une enveloppe correctly. And of course, you have to know that it's une enveloppe to be able to spell it correctly at all. So, little spoiler, but this is the answer. And let's see what happens when we answer the question correctly.
Le bulletin de vote doit être placé dans une enveloppe vierge. L'enveloppe, une enveloppe. Les enveloppes, des enveloppes.
So you can see right over here, if you have the answer correctly, Anki will show it in green. However, what if you do not know the correct answer? What if you type something like this?
Le ménage moyen se compose d'un couple et d'un ou deux enfants. Le ménage, un ménage. Les ménages, des ménages.
So you can see right over here, I went with une when it should have been le, and I didn't spell ménage correctly. What I had correct, Anki shows in green. What I had incorrect, Anki shows in red. Over here, the correct answer, or rather, what it should have been in that word is noted in gray. So Anki actually shows you what you had correct, what you incorrect, and this typing exercise really helps when it comes to learning how to spell vocabulary, which is really important when you learn a new language. So that was it for home. Now I'd like to go to chapter 5 adjectives. Study now. And let's see another one. Sentence, blank area, English translation, sustainable, and a picture. Rare metal mining is not sustainable in the long term. How do you say sustainable?
L'exploitation des métaux rares n'est pas viable à long terme. Viable. Viable.
So we have a sentence area, we have a singular area, and we have a plural area. And you may have noticed that in terms of spelling, they are different, but in terms of pronunciation, they are exactly the same.
Viable. Viable.
So this is where the IPA notation in audio will really help you. However, this one will be even more interesting. His grandfather is quite elderly now. How do you say elderly?
Son grand-père est assez âgé maintenant. Âgé, âgé. Âgé, âgé.
Great. So this is where things get interesting. French is a gendered language, and this means that adjectives are also gendered, but they also have to correspond numerically to the noun. So we have over here masculine singular, feminine singular, masculine plural, feminine plural. So 4 options, 4 different versions, and they have to match the noun. However, this is no problem because you have all the options over here, so you can study them. You have the IPA notation, you have the audio. So whatever gender or number the noun is, you know what the matching adjective is because you see all different versions over here, and you can study them. He received multiple awards for his outstanding performance in the play. How do you say multiple?
Il a reçu de multiples récompenses pour sa performance exceptionnelle dans cette pièce. Multiple. Multiple.
Great. One more. The path was too steep for me to cycle up.
Le chemin était trop raide pour que je puisse le monter à vélo. Raide. Raide.
And if I were to continue long enough and far enough, I would get to the typing exercises that we've seen before. So, I would like to go to the third deck, which is chapter 3 verbs. I'll click on study now. And this is what we see. I like to position this lamp above the door. How do you say to position?
Je voudrais placer cette lampe au-dessus de la porte. Placer.
So, what's interesting about verb cards is that, again, we have the sentence area and we have the verb area. With all verbs, are in the infinitive form. They are in the full verb form. So why is this the case? If you know the infinitive of a verb, if you know the full verb form, it's easier for you to conjugate it according to different subject pronouns, and it's easier to conjugate it to different tenses. So this has been done for a reason, and once you know the full verb version, you're able to do many things with it. So everything that you see in the verbs chapter is all in the infinitive form. As long as he doesn't watch his spending, he won't be able to resolve his financial problems. How do you say to resolve?
Tant qu'il ne fera pas attention à ses dépenses, il ne pourra pas résoudre ses problèmes financiers. Résoudre.
So we have right over here résoudre, to resolve. The publisher encouraged the old general to draft his memoirs. To draft.
L'éditeur a encouragé le vieux général à rédiger ses mémoires. Rédiger.
So there you have it, to draft. They decided to back the construction of a new health center. To back.
Ils ont décidé de soutenir la construction d'un nouveau centre de santé. Soutenir.
And there you have it. And I could continue like this, but we would end up with the typing exercises that we have seen before. So those were the decks that I wanted to show you. I would now like to go to my third point, which is to show you some brief editing options. If you click on this icon over here and click on options, you can see the daily limits. And what I wanted to show you is how to regulate how many new cards and how many reviews you can do per day. So new cards per day is 20. We can change this to 50 if we wish to do so. Maximum reviews per day is 20. We can change this to 50 if we wish to do so as well. And if I click on save, we just increased how many new cards and how many reviews we see every day. So a new card is essentially just a new card, things that you have studied before, and maximum review per day, a review, things that you have studied before, something that you will review. This is how you change it. And I decrease it as well. My advice to you would be to pick a low number rather than a high number. When it comes to learning a language, creating a habit is really important. And it's easier to do so if you start with a low number in the beginning. Of course, later on you can increase this number, but just for the purpose of forming a habit, it's easier to start with a low amount. So that was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my explanation and overview of the French B2 vocabulary Anki deck. You can get the French B2 vocabulary Anki deck at languageatlas.com. I will share all the links with you in the comment section and description. Thanks so much for watching. I wish you the best when it comes to learning the French language. And of course, I wish you a very good day as well. Goodbye.